Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a more in-depth view of my craft section in my room. I've done another video of a craft tour, I'll link that above, but I didn't get a whole lot of time to show exactly what was in each bucket, so I thought I would do that today. That's one of my most popular videos, so I just thought I would kind of do an update to that video. So I have two IKEA shelving units here, and I just put them right out next to each other. And then I love to get these bins from Target. I like things to be uniform. I like them to be all the same. And then I have labels on each one of them. And then I'm probably going to change out the paper to have it all be one color or one pattern. But I'll do that later. So then I just have these cute little boards that my daughter's painted for Father's Day one year. And then I just hide the filing behind each one of those, stuff that's not so pretty. I hide over there, and then I just have, so down here I have, what do I have? Telescope stuff and some extra electrical cords. And then I have two old, oh that would have been bad, buckets that have eyelets and little doodads in. I don't use this one too much, so it kind of gets tucked down into the corner. So I kind of hide the stuff that's not so pretty, and then this isn't good. There you go. And then I leave the other stuff out in full sight. So let me just show you, kind of going through the shelves. Got in this one here, this is just one of our lights for my videos. I have Project Life cards in here. Still haven't done anything with them. Every once in a while I use them for other projects, but I haven't had the courage to actually like dive in and work on my Project Life. But I have all the papers and stuff for it there, I just haven't done it. These two I have, they're my kind of my office supplies. This one has my label maker in it, and I keep all my supplies in here. I have a little thing to wash the keyboard off with. Then I have the replacement cartridges, and then a desk spray duster in there. And then in this guy, I don't know why, I think my daughter's put this in there. There's little, I don't know why that's in there. It should be in there. And then, okay, so this is just office supplies, or school supplies. I have this in another video from a Target haul. These are little pins. I'm saving these for back to school next year, and the girls can put new pins on their new backpacks. So I'm saving that. And then when I go to shop for back to school supplies, I almost buy double what I need for a lot of the items so that I have them for my office supplies. And I still have markers, and I still have tape. I buy tape at back to school time so that I have it all year round. And then I have more crayons. So I just kind of stock up on office supplies, and I have room for them in these buckets. And then down here, moving down, I have, this one is called Craft Supplies. So this one kind of has all the little knickknacks that I kind of use for either projects or for parties. So I've used these ones in a party before, little doilies. It's just kind of some of the extras that you don't use for a project, or you're using them off and on throughout the year. There's some seashells. I have my pineapple lights that I'm going to string up here probably really soon to get ready for summer. So I just have lots of, right now it just has moss, the fake moss, like the IKEA candles in there, and then there's batteries. This one is ribbon, and if it doesn't fit in here, I don't need it. So I know I have a little bit of room for a few more pieces of twine. It's kind of my ribbon of choice right now. But then there's a whole bunch of regular ribbon underneath there. I like to have it contained in the bucket. I don't like to have the spools out loose It's too cluttered for me. And I don't worry about these buckets here staying in any order. I just know that when my kids get into it, because they don't put the label on the outside, because that's my thing, I just want it to look nice. So they get rearranged all the time, and that's okay with me, as long as they all go in these areas. So this one is projects. These are just loose-ended projects that I haven't finished. Sometimes I start projects for the holiday or for the season, but they don't quite get finished in time. I don't worry about it. I just put it in here, and then the next year, like next month, I'll probably like open this up and finish this one off so I can use that one either for a display or for a gift for someone. These are just, like I said, sometimes I don't even know what's in these.
M&M's.
That's M&M's. See, this is the joy of my craft buckets, because I hide, that's brilliant. I hide, these are from Christmas. I hide snacks in my craft bucket so that when I'm working on a project, I have a treat. My 4-year-old is watching from the other side of the camera. I'm gonna have to be very careful about where I hide. So I just kind of keep projects in here that are started. Like there's another one in here. I started this one like 2 years ago, but I never got it finished. I'll probably finish it and make it as a gift for a baby shower. So all the parts stay contained in a bag or something, and then I can come back to it later when I have time. Because we all have projects that we start, we don't get a chance to finish. So I don't want to waste it. Next one down, this is my fabric bucket. It's not necessarily fabric that I'm sewing with. I have that one over there, but this one is fabric. It's kind of like my fabric craft supplies. So the banners that I use for birthday cakes, and then I have little burlap placemats, and then I have more fabric banners. This pineapple theme is going to be going up if you haven't noticed. There's my pineapple. That just is a wall decoration. So it's just more of my fabric supplies that are already sewn, but that I decorate with. Keep those in there. Like I use these ones all year round, so I don't put them in with like the holiday decorations out in the garage. This one's my punches. So these are all, this is the one I use the most. It's like a hole punch, but then it also does the eyelet punches, and then I have extra fancy scissors and a little stampers, but it's mainly these types of punches where you get the little paper pop out. So I like to keep those all in one place. This is the painting bucket. The kids have to ask permission to get into this one, which they can. They can get into it. They have their own little craft table. These are my paintbrushes, but then these are their paint supplies. They've got little kits that they've gotten for birthdays and Christmas. So little oil paints and little paintbrushes. But then they also have their own paints in these guys. And then these are all my paints for my projects. And they definitely have to ask for the glitter. The glitter is on the very bottom on purpose. Just one more tip. My husband mentioned, I think I just do it automatically so I don't think about it. But I store my paints upside down. One, so I can see the color. And then two, so that the paint is it runs all down, so that you don't waste any of it. Over time, all of it collects down here by the opening, and then you don't waste any of it. So that's there. I use this one all the time, and the kids use that one all the time. So here's some more office supplies in here. Again, I overbuy these bags of pens. They sell for a penny. And usually you can get like 3 of them at a time, and I go every day of the week during that penny deal. So then I have a stock up on them. I honestly didn't pay more than 5 cents for any of the items in this bucket. Maybe for the pens here. Where
do you get them at?
Staples or Office Depot, or Target doesn't do penny deals, but I do get some of my school supplies from Target. So then I just have an extra supply. When the kids need something for school, they can come and grab it from here, or if I need it here for the office, then I don't have to pay for it again. And really, I didn't pay for it in the beginning because it was only a penny. Another one that the kids have to ask permission for, and they have to do in this room on my tables that will easily be, we can clean up the messes off of my tables. And this is nail polish. It's really potent. I'm gonna hurry and put the lid on it. But it's all the things that you need to do nails. There's 5 girls in the family. So of course we're gonna have lots of nail polish, all the supplies that we need, all in one bucket. That way I know that they're doing it. I know where they're doing it. They're not gonna spill paint on the table or the couch or in their bedroom. It's just contained here. They can get it out, do their nail. Again, I think this is like extra projects as well. So they all gonna get rotated around. So it would make sense to put these both in the same spot, but they all get rotated around, and that's fine. So just extra projects that I haven't finished. There's ribbon in here, but it's because the project was for these ribbon balls that I did for ornaments for the Christmas tree, but I didn't finish the last few. So I just have them in here with the same ribbon that I used, just so that I can pull it out and finish working on that project. Over here, this one is my sewing bucket. I'm not a huge seamstress, but I do like to sew. I'll probably have a few craft videos in the next little while with sewing. But I keep all the supplies that I need. When I know I'm gonna get out my sewing machine, I pull out this bucket. It's got extra thread. This is more for needle point stuff. And I've got needles, and I've got all the regular thread for the sewing machine. And then buttons in a cute little jar. And then any kind of pins are right available. Supplies for the sewing machine are in here. So it's just really, really easy for me to just pull out this bucket. These are extra patterns that I've had from projects in the past, if I want to repeat them and make them for a friend. So that's what's in here. Let's see if there's more. This has crochet hooks in it if I want to do crocheting. I can't anymore because my hands go numb. This is my rotor for the cutting mat. And then these scissors are off limits. These are my sewing scissors, and they stay in here, and they're off limits for every other child to use them. That goes in the kids bucket. You want to take that, Ash? This bucket is my craft tools, and I would say next to the paint bucket, this is probably #1 bucket. So the difference between the craft supplies and the craft tools, these are the actual tools that I'm making everything with. I've got glue guns. I've got, these need to go into a baggie. I've got a whole bunch of gloves. I've got sanding tools. I've got my replacement glue for the glue guns. These are for the eyelet machine so that I can do the eyelets, and there's also a razor blade in there. Nails if I'm working on a nailing project. There's tapes. So there's, oh, and then I've got chalk markers for chalkboard projects. And I don't keep that in the office supplies because I don't want the kids using those just to draw with. It's specifically for like craft projects. So I just have like there's some Velcro, some more, these are for my sanding machine. I've also actually got tools in here. I've got my clamps. My mini clamps. My husband gave me those for a birthday, Christmas maybe. A lot of tapes. There's a lot of blue tape and green tape, floral tape, masking tape, duct tape, kind of down in there. Oh, and then there's E6000. It's almost gone. See, that's how much I do use all of this stuff on it. So these buckets are just really durable. They snap closed. And they stack. They have like a little lip right here so that they stack. I like things to be uniform and neat. I'm just weird. Okay, what do we have? This is silk flowers, some chipboard, and some stamp embellishments. don't use this one as much. I used to make a lot of my hair bows for my daughters. So I'm not doing too much with the floral, but it does come out every once in a while. And it's handy. There's some little clips. So this is kind of a Mod Podge of silk flowers and some chipboard. There's a bunch of chipboards down here. There, it's stuck in there. So a little, that. Oh, sometimes little things like this. This is every single hospital bracelet from my babies. I don't know why it's in this one, but it has been for years. And I like to keep it there. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm with the baby hair bands. And I think of them as babies when I see it. More pencils and crayons, but they're actual like separate containers. There's more paints in there. I make them go through 4 or 5 of them and then come back, and when those ones are gone, then they can replace it with these colors from here. So this one is the kids craft bucket. You know when you give them the kits for Christmas from Costco or from Target, and it comes with all the little doodads. I just keep all those extra little things in here. There's beads, and then they can come if they're bored on a Saturday or it's raining for 9 months, because that's what it has been. They can just come and grab a project. They're all in little bags. If they want to work on something, they're welcome to just grab this anytime. Alright, and here I have cards for birthdays and baby showers. There's ones that I can make myself. These are just blank ones. One little bag. And then, so there's just thank you cards, the little dollar cards that you get at Michael's. And when my kids have a birthday party that they're going to, they can come here and they can look through. I just have pre-packaged cards. They can just come and grab what they need. Or same for me. And then I got these in like a after Christmas miscellaneous bucket at Michael's. So if they have a friend that happens to, their name starts with T, they can use that in their little gift. The projects. Kind of same deal. If I haven't finished a project that had a little card on it that came off and I need to put the card back on it, but I just stick it in here to work on it later. And I've got wood. Just anything wood that can be used for a project. I've got more chipboards in here. They're bigger sizes, and then I've got more boards, frames that I can repaint. Can't lift up this bucket. Clearance projects. I probably picked this one up for like 50 cents, and I'll pull it out for Halloween. It's just more wood. It's all wood in here. That one I had used for one thing. There's glitter coming off of it. There's always glitter in our house. But I can take off that paper and use it for something, decorate it for something else. These are stamps. I got these from a friend. She got it from a lady she worked for who had emptied out all of her craft supplies. So I just inherited secondhand a whole bunch of stamps. So I don't use them too much. Every once in a while the kids want to use them for a project. That's a whole bucket of stamps. So that's it. If you have any questions, or if you have, I don't know, anything to say, you can leave a comment below. And if you have any suggestions on anything I can do here in my room to make it better, or projects that you maybe like me to work on, you can leave a comment below. Thank you for joining me today. You can check out my other video about the craft room tour. That one was one of my first videos. So that was done a couple months ago. But if you want to check that one out, it kind of goes around my whole craft room and gives you an idea of what that looks like. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.